with Tommy Matthews, because all indications we had from talking with Coach during the preseason, he told them both that they were going to get their chance. But now that he's kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I know what I intended to do, I know what we talked about, but he's got the hot hand. We're going to have to go with it.
Now White with a first down throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Whitaker. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And brought down, but not before 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Off play action. Whitaker. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Off the play fake. Whitaker. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 3 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? All right, guys. You had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Forced to the ground. And
another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones who need to touch the ball. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Whitaker. He's going to let this go. And got his man complete. 20.
That's what it is,
10,
baby. That's what it is.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Benny Jackson, 73 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Jennings. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third down and 18.
White throwing on third and long. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
He'll take it at the 42. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense. Off play action. Whitaker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw on third down. Whitaker. And that will be incomplete as well.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite a... Jennings lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
10-yard line.
On first down, it's Woods, and he will take this in. Touchdown, Miami. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. Second play resulted in pay dirt.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Third quarter.
Back now here on EA Sports.
65.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. White. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To the sideline.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Well, Charles, here we are in the fourth quarter, and they've got a pretty comfortable lead here. You know, Coach O'Brien, as we talked about, he made those statements about his plans to possibly rotate the quarterbacks, but we have not seen any sign of Tommy Matthews.
And we certainly expected to see him. Look, you and I both sat in there, partner, with Coach O'Brien, and he indicated that he planned to rotate quarterbacks to find out what he had. But with the play that he's seen here, he's like any head coach. He reserves the right to change his mind. And maybe he knew a little.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, White. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, White. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
4th down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
At their own.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
to the air on second down. Whitaker. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Whitaker. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Looking to throw. Whitaker steps away to his left. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Benny Jackson, 54 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Skip Hicks for the extra point.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to the air on second down. White. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. Fighting down past the 45.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So that will wipe the 6 off the scoreboard.
And you talk about dampening a celebration. That's a touchdown pass that's going to be called back because of the penalty.
Dancing to his left. Launching one for Henderson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there. 53 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. 1st and 10, Florida.
At the 43-yard line.
White. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
9 yards.
After after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Ellington, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He's going to field this at the 4.
Today's final score, Hurricanes 86, Gators nothing.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet? Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought
Team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I got to tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I got to tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only going to lead to problems on the field.
the answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to, what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Oh, this whole thing again? Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you. Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups. It's the USC Trojans against the Miami Hurricanes.
for the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
USC gets set here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Flynn. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Flynn. That's complete to Ward. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 20-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flynn. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately into secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They will let him throw here on the very first play. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
to throw again. Whitaker. Launching one for Henderson. And then it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. The Hurricanes now with a first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Whitaker being chased out left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Hurricanes have taken the early lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Trojans 3.
So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
It's kind of like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Flynn. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Loss of 5 yards.
The USC punter out there now. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hurricanes 7, Trojans 3.
taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
At their own 26.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't.
That's caught inside the trolley. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 63 yards.
11-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Whitaker flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
10-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
On second down, it's Charles. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
They'll run from the gun with Charles. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Excellent move by Langford. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. Throwing on 1st down. Whitaker eluding the pressure right. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Whitaker flushed out right. He's got a man. Complete. And nothing but green grass here. Middle of the field. And he's going to score. Touchdown. Hurricanes. Eddie Jackson. 68 yards. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score. Hurricanes 14. Trojans 3.
So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10. At their own.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 3rd down, Flynn. That's incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
36 yards on the punt with no return.
Hurricanes take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Whitaker escaping the pressure right. Right side catch. Gilmore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good.
A good gain of 12 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Whitaker rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Whitaker out to his left. And it's caught by Jackson.
First down and goal to go.
The Hurricanes now with a 1st and goal. So we've reached halftime with the Hurricanes on top here in Arlington.
14, Trojans 3.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the 2nd half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score. Hurricanes 21, Trojans 3.
So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the gun, Whitaker. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. The first time on this drive, we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
First and 10 at their own 26.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
Big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be back up to the 24. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Operating from the gun. Flynn, they'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They run. Charles. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
And long.
From the gun, Flynn. And that is incomplete.
Flynn's pass. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Play there, 87 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Here's first and 10 for the Trojans. Operating from the gun, Flynn, and his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time, but it's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Charles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Flynn. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The USC punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 33. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Whitaker flush to his right. Look at the spin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On first down, Whitaker. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And as the defense have it, they do, says the referee. We're going the other way. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun. Flynn. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Number 10.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The offense on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be...
Break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On fourth down, Flynn into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an...
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
So the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
7 makes it 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Flynn looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On fourth down, Flynn covers Gallup. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. Here's Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
And 6.
Looking to throw on second down. Flynn is complete to the tight end play. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
32-yard line.
On the run, it's Charles. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
And this carries into the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Throwing on first down. Whitaker. He's going to take another shot here. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. And they rattle off a big one. 48 yards.
5-yard line.
On first and 10. Whitaker steps away to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when they took off running.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
The 34-yard line.
So on the strength of 3 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Miami Hurricanes are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
Why was you let?
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game.
It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Miami Hurricanes.
The pressure perhaps getting to this young Miami quarterback. They trail at the break.
In the college football season as we begin the second half of this national title game. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On first down, Whitaker. He gets it complete to Jackson.
For this.
And he's going to score. Touchdown. Benny Jackson, 56 yards. And the Hurricanes have taken the lead.
After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. Now a hit and a loose football.
A fumble on the play. Recover.
Times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage.
Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks, and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly. Michigan State now with a 1st and 10. Here's Young. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3 for Michigan State. Now, this is a football program that has been knocking on the door. They've been on this stage. Remember, they were in the college football playoff back in 2016. Couldn't get it done. And the last time they did get it done, the last national championship for the Spartans. Another one here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, it's Young. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of going to yield a new set of downs. This is Young on the carry. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. Anderson loses the football. It's going the other way. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, 10, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the 2nd half. He's taken his offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and what they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy.
The Spartans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Young. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
The ball carrier.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A big play there. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last two plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Spartans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And 2.
On 3rd down, Young. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on 1st down. Whitaker forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Looking to throw. Whitaker dancing to his left. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Launching one for Henderson. And this is taken in at the 5. Henderson. A big play there. And even 40 yards. The Hurricanes now with a 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
Back to throw. Whitaker. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he will take this in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
So that, Charles, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I'd normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Wayne, throw left side complete. That's Young. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
The 35-yard line.
Wade in the gun. It's caught right side. Dixon. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score. Hurricanes 45, Spartans 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense.
Wade's pass complete. A fumble on the play.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off the bootleg. Whitaker sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Off the bootleg. Whitaker steps away. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That's good.
A gain of 32 that time. The Hurricanes now with a first and goal.
Goal to go.
Off the bootleg. Whitaker. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Off the bootleg. Whitaker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And
he loses the football a second time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Complete.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
No gain on the play. It's third down and
to throw on third down. Wade. Pressure comes and down he goes.
10-yard. Many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Looking to throw. Whitaker buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. So that'll do it. For the first time since 2001, the Miami Hurricanes are the national champions.
And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback as thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these two kids have is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak Kids was out there in the second half, Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe...
You here for Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everyone's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews.
You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys did their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kid, so I stayed behind, make sure you were all right.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
But hey, they did leave you the trophy. They wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How you feeling, buddy?
Like a sack of crap.
It's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and we can win the championship together.
Next year? You know I will, brother. Together.
Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
Did she say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Yeah. Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach?
Don't look too disappointed.
No. I was just expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No. Give me a minute. Okay, Coach. Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure. Talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
something good, I hope.
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But how could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even going to be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the third round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. Well, Tommy's our... It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I going to play? It felt good, telling everyone.
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit. Coach Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both heartbreak kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once, certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
All right, Dan, show me what you got. Let's go.
On the jump. Hut, hut. Here we go, here we go. AC car, hut. Oh, ho, ho. Cadet, Cougar 19, go. Let's go. Panther 60, Panther cadet. Go. Cowboy. Hut. Stephanie. Hawk, Stephanie, Hawk, Stephanie, go. Here we go, set. 70, ready, ready. Here we go. Ready, break. Ready, go.
All right, not bad. We may have something here.
Gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that.